Well, if it's Thursday, then there's a decent chance that it is the Inside Job Boards and Recruitment Marketplaces podcast, but we weren't scheduled for today. We were actually scheduled for a week from now, but we have a breaking news episode. I'm Stephen Rothberg. I'm one of your co-hosts. I'm the founder of College Recruiter.
And I'm Peter Zollman, founder of the AIM Group. We do business intelligence and consulting for recruitment marketplaces. You're in the wilds of extreme northern Minnesota.
Yeah, where are you? You said it was raining?
I'm in the wilds of extreme, well, just extreme Las Vegas, where it is raining. I did not plan on rain in Vegas. I had to just go buy out a $7 umbrella, but which is news or maybe news or we don't know is news yet.
Yeah.
We have seen a lot of reaction and response to a post by Jody Cherry, who's the director of marketing strategies at Recruitix, who says, Google, if what we're hearing, it's what we're hearing. Alpha will finish, but nothing after that for Google Jobs. Now, we, meaning the AIM Group, have asked Google for comment. Haven't heard yet, as far as I know. I'm not even sure what exactly they're doing, if they are doing anything with the product. They've been testing and tinkering with jobs products, plural, at least since 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
They're like many tech companies, they're laying people off. They're going through a reevaluation of what we do, what we don't do, when we do it, how we do it. And they're not real opaque. They are real opaque about Google and Google Jobs. I mean, I met with the guy who was running the product probably 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And things keep changing and things keep morphing, and we don't know what. Julie posted it. Alex Chukovsky, who's a friend of ours, has been on the podcast. I consider him the most expert on Google Jobs, Google, so forth. And Alex posted, sad if true. Not so many that not exactly in that language. Just in the past week, I've seen a lot of chatter about Google rolling out its jobs product in Europe. So I don't know exactly, but Jody's not some random idiot on LinkedIn. Presumably she knows what she's talking. For the record, we invited her on the podcast. She said, try somebody else from Recruitix. We haven't heard back. That doesn't mean we won't. Google's been, up and down in the job board field and the job field for a long time. In June 2017, I researched it. I had enough time before I got on the podcast. June 2017, they rolled out Google Hire, which
was
ATS for small businesses.
Yep.
And they dinked around and pinked around with it and plinked around with it for a few years. And in 2019, they announced they would shut it down. And in 2020, they shut it down. So they obviously weren't pushing too hard on that. For a long time, I've said that Google is not likely to get into the jobs space in an extreme way, because that requires sales reps calling on customers. And they don't want to do that. They love selling advertising, but and my second half of that sentence is, even if they could generate $1 billion in advertising revenue through Google Jobs, which is a nice round number. Indeed certainly does 2-3 times that. LinkedIn does 2-3 times that. So it's not impossible for Google to do that. I perceive it as a flea on an elephant. so massive, and jobs is a big area for engagement, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So
So I think it'd be helpful for some of our viewers to take a half a step back, and let's like make sure that we're all on the same page. So the speculation, the rumor, is not that Google is killing Google Jobs. Google Jobs is the search interface. If you go to Google and you type in sales job near me or something like that, you get a list of job postings, and it looks like the search results page on whether it's Indeed or LinkedIn or College Recruiter or any other job board. It has that kind of look. You click on the job you want, and you might go to ZipRecruiter, Indeed, whatever. The ZipRecruiters and the Indeeds were in an alpha program, early testing that Google was rolling out for what they were calling Google Job Ads. So adjacent to the Google Jobs search results, they were testing pay-per-click ads. And it would have the logo of the employer, maybe the job title, the city, state, it's or location of where the job was. Kind of like if you go to Google and you run a search for travel, or Google Shopping if you're looking for a vacuum cleaner. You'd see little product ads for hotels, for vacuum cleaners, whatever. So some searches fairly recently, over the last, maybe 6 months or so, we're starting to see these little product ads, and there were a handful of organizations in this alpha program where they were able to put their ads. I think Appcast was one of them, Zip, Indeed, maybe a couple of others. LinkedIn was another one. The news, rumor, speculation today is it's those product ads that are disappearing, the with the company logo. So Google Jobs seems, at least for now, quite safe. But Google, kind of like you're saying, Peter, Google has a history of rolling out products. And if it doesn't look like it's going to become a massive business, they kill it. They're so big that even a business generating hundreds of millions of dollars is too distracting to them. And so they kill it, move on. There's that expression with hiring, like hire slowly, fire quickly. And that's kind of what Google seems to do when it's rolling out new products.
Look, lots of tech companies do that.
Yeah.
And just because we think they're killing something now doesn't mean that in 6 months or a year, somebody within Google won't want to resurrect it in some way or another, or in a different incarnation.
Yeah.
And look, Facebook has dinked around and pinked around and piddled with job ads for quite a while, and then they killed Facebook job ads, and that doesn't
Google,
mean they won't be back next week.
And Google did this too, roughly a decade ago, with what they called Google Base, which was their classified ads. So you could buy job ads then, pay-per-click. They killed that, and then this came out.
Thank you for bringing up Google Base. That was
Yeah.
actually about 18, 19 years ago, and we got wind of it, and the AIM Group put out an alert, and the Wall Street Journal got it, and it moved the market.
Oh.
It was very cool, because times were a lot different back then. But
yeah.
It moved the market, because
although you and I haven't changed at all, we look exactly the same as we did 18, 19 years ago.
I still have hair, pal. It's gray now, but I still have hair.
And I do, but it's in the wrong places. And I would like to hear from our viewers where they think our changes may have come from, because it's certainly not advancing age.
Got it.
I think for you, it's the stress of co-hosting a podcast with this guy named Steven.
I don't find that stressful at all. I just try to make it very stressful for you. In any case, we don't know exactly what's going on with Google. We have asked them, of course.
Yeah.
They're pretty opaque about it, kind of like Facebook with Marketplace and so many other things.
Yeah.
It's easy to understand, though, why at this point they might take a pause, or even say, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Because, simply put, you're cutting staff, you're trying to focus on your core, you're trying to grow the core, all those other little bits and pieces. I got to be careful here. You were showing me the effects, but I don't have iOS, so it makes show somebody one of them, right?
So, like if you do a thumbs up,
yeah, there you go.
then you get
Okay,
symbols like that.
Stop it. But in any case, it's easy to understand why they might call a pause or just kill it entirely. You try products and you kill products. That's not unheard of for any company. Hardware, software, hard goods. They kill cars regularly, refrigerators regularly if it isn't selling. They aren't selling enough. No reason to believe that Google might not have said, "Look, this is not selling. We're putting too much time and effort into it. We're going to call it quits." And who knows what happens in a year from now.
Right. So I have a request for the viewers, and that is put into the comment section why you think Google is killing the product.
If you think they are.
Fair enough. Do you think? If so, why? My thought as a founder of a job board is that Google has discovered that this is a more screwed up, difficult business to get the actual job postings than it should be and than they thought. And what I mean by that is job boards, the programmatic vendors of the world, we all send postings around in feeds, usually in an XML format, and there's a delay. It can be an hour, it can even be a day. Google wants to operate in real time, and very few job boards and programmatic vendors are able to operate in real time. When the employer posts a job to their ATS and takes it down, it can easily take a day or two to kind of move through the ecosystem. What Google's used to are consumer ads. And that's if you post an ad to sell toothpaste, as long as there's a buyer who's willing to pay the price, you're happy to run that ad. And that doesn't work that way with employment. You need both the buyer and the seller. And there's this XML delay. It's awful. I think that Stalin created the XML infrastructure in 1947. But
well, we
you
know
tell
better.
me,
We're running out of time, but I want to
viewer,
just bring up
put
one
below.
comment. Yeah, we got a comment from Douglas Shaw who said bad timing. I'd love to know a little bit more about what he means by that.
Yeah.
But since we're out of time, we're going to ask Douglas to please post something else in the comments on the feed. And look, it is bad timing. Tech industry is suffering a bit of a configuration, lots of layoffs, lots of we grew too fast, lots of let's not do this anymore. It's just not unheard of. And I think we probably have to leave it at that. Douglas says job market softening. Yes and no, man. I was just at a conference where they were talking about how it's impossible to fill jobs and how the demographics are going to keep it that way for the next 15 to 20 years in the developed world. On that note, I think we got to wrap up, sir. But thank you for busting me out of my conference, and glad we could do this.
Enjoy the rain in Vegas. Cheers, my friend.
See ya.